going. All right, welcome to our Business and Babies event. We are so excited for this. We've had it on our heart for a long time now. We want to talk to other moms with kiddos around them who, we might all have different reasons for looking into additional income. Some of us might just want community. We want fellowship. We're in our home all day, which is great. Or maybe we're busy moms running around and jumping into the car line at pickup, and we just want to connect with other people, and we have that community here, right? Or maybe you want to help pay off debt quicker. Maybe you want to be able to stay home with your kids. Maybe you want freedom for more vacation time instead of just the 2 weeks that your husband might get off. Maybe like me, I originally came to Plexus for the products, and then I started sharing them, and because I wanted some guilt-free shopping money. Any Target lovers? I just wanted to go to Target and go through the aisle and grab some new things. I was always shopping at Goodwill, which is fine. I love it. I still do it. Or hand-me-downs, but I just wanted to do some guilt-free shopping, right? That's what I wanted to go for. And then my dreams grew. So whatever your reason for being here tonight, we want to show you how we do this business, what it looks like from our side. I'm going to screen share our groups, show you what we do to just take away all of the unknowns, because I know there's a lot of questions. I had a lot of questions like, what really is this? What do I actually do? How could this work for me? So we're going to answer those tonight. But first, ambassadors that are watching, can you drop in the comments why you started sharing Plexus? What was your goal? Guilt-free shopping money? Extra grocery budget? What was it? And then our guest, what would you want to do with extra income? Put that in the comments as well. And with that, I'm going to pass it over to Sherry, who's in Canada, and she's going to share with you why we chose this industry. So Plexus is the company that we're with, the health amazing company within the larger industry of social sharing. I love calling it social sharing. You can call it network marketing, whatever it is, but social sharing fits us. It's what we do. We share something we love with the friends around us. So Sherry, can you tell us a little bit about you and why someone would choose this avenue?
Hey everyone, so my name is Sherry Harvage. You just saw my kids with me. I have 4. You didn't see my baby. She's down for the night. She was really tired today. My husband and I, we like working on ranches and stuff like that. And so there's a certain lifestyle that we were looking for to raise our kids in, and having enough income wasn't really something that the lifestyle that we were looking for really provided. And so I knew I needed to have an extra income with the kind of lifestyle that we wanted. I didn't know about network marketing growing up or anything. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. And when Plexus came on the scene, I was raised to have a business mind. I was raised to value home businesses. And so when I saw this, I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, we can build a business from wherever we are. We, as a mom, you don't want to be spending a lot of time in areas that you don't need to. So this is really like a business in a box. Like, we don't have to worry about shipping stuff. We don't have to worry about ordering stuff. All we have to do is let people know what we love. So it's a very simple, very, very simple process, and the ability it has to duplicate. So this is the other thing. I used to raise dogs, and I loved that business, but my income was capped with the amount of time I had. This kind of business is not like that at all. So when you think of being a mom and not having a lot of time, this kind of business, you can really multiply your time. There's a few other things that I can talk about. I'm a little bit nervous right now. I can hear my voice shaking, but I'm going to say it's because I'm excited. So I'm going to breathe a little bit. So I have some notes here just so I don't forget. So some things that I really love about Plexus specifically is that there's no monthly requirements that we have to meet. So that means Plexus really pays us for the work that we've already done. So you can really match how much work you're doing depending on what your goals are. It's not like there's a pressure or anything to reach something so that you can get paid for what you do. That's something that is really valuable to me, really valuable to me. I don't have to worry about monthly orders or anything like that. So Plexus really holds us with open-handed hands. We can make this fit into our life instead of trying to fit into Plexus. That's another thing I love about it. Absolutely love about it. The products that Plexus have is a big part of the business. They are for the masses. They're not a fad. They're something that everyone is needing really desperately. It's something that works. This is huge when it comes to any kind of business. If you have any amount of a business mind, you know that having something of value to give people that people are needing is super important to having a successful business. The other thing that I really love is, and this is something that really sets Plexus apart, is their culture. We're known for our culture. We're known for having what we call one Plexus culture. And this is actually fostered from the very compensation plan. This is not necessarily something you think of when you come into a business or even a job. You don't necessarily think of, well, what kind of people am I going to be working with? But actually in the dailiness of working, this is a huge thing that makes you love or not love what you're doing. And Plexus is known for having amazing people. And that's one thing that you can't really put a price on it, but it's something that's added to my life so much, is the people that I've been able to get to know and meet. I think I kind of covered the basics of it, but those are kind of like the top things that come to my mind that I really, really love.
Yes, I love that. Thank you for spotlighting all of those things. One thing that I love, and just to capitalize on what you said, is that business in a box thing. It is $39.95 to start your business with Plexus. That's it. That's what we all paid. That's what you pay. It's that and whatever products you decide to get started on. That's it. So for me, when I was 23, when I first got started with Plexus, we did not have extra income. There was nothing extra for us. We were buying 1 pound of organic ground beef every 2 weeks at the grocery store because that was our special treat. My husband was 19 when we got married. He worked so hard physical labor, 60, 70 hours a week. And that money was so valuable to us, right? There's some crazy statistics that were so true for us. It's crazy to hear though that 60 to 66% of the average American could not come up with $1,000 to cover an emergency expense. That was us. Has anyone ever been there where they're like, I remember thinking, oh, we're finally saving. And then you would need new tires on a vehicle. The washing machine would go out. The air conditioning would go out. Somebody would have an emergency, a broken arm, whatever it was. And then it's gone, right? It's drained. That would happen to us as a young couple. And I remember watching the older couples around us that would go on vacation and they had lavish, nice houses, and asking my husband, why are we here and they're there? And he said, we have to put in our time. We have to pay our dues. And it just hit me that this time with our kids, when they're young, when we have all this energy or this ability, that this is the most precious time. When I'm retired and my children are grown, living their lives, that's not when I want freedom to travel and to experience and to be able to have him home for dinner in time and home in the mornings. I want it when we're raising our family. I want it now. And like Sherry said, we didn't see that opportunity. There was always a cap. I did 4 different home jobs. I cleaned for neighbors. I baked at a local bakery. I cooked for 2 different families, cooked meals, and I sold chicken eggs. I had over 100 chickens. All those things to bring an extra income. I also made jewelry and loved selling on Etsy and things like that, but they all had that cap. And they all took a mass amount of time because they were hands-on. So when you're looking at a business, look for how much time do I have to commit? Is it me that's running or creating everything? Because then there is that cap. or is it something that I can help others do to reach their goals and we can work together? So that's one of the beautiful benefits of Plexus as well, and what we found for our family. So with that, I'm going to pass it back to Sherry, and she is going to answer one of the most common questions that we get often.
Okay, so I'm going to start with sharing my story just a little bit more. So I kind of introduced ourselves, but our story actually starts because of my husband's health. He was not doing very well at all, and I was seeing that Plexus was helping people with their health and people that had similar issues that Wes had. And so that was the starting point for me. I also took it for myself as a mom because, well, mostly because Wes wanted me to, because he knew I needed to keep myself healthy because we were having babies. And so I was using it, and I didn't realize how much I needed the products until I was using it. That was me, because I always thought I was healthy, and I was, but not as good as I could. I thought being tired was normal, and I just thought that's how it was supposed to be. So the products were huge for us, and this moves into the common question is a lot of people are worried about being salesy, and as the quicker that you can lose that feeling of being salesy and the mindset of trying to be a salesperson, the better you're going to do in this kind of business. This kind of business is about sharing what you love and sharing what has impacted you, and also sharing how it's impacted other people. Now that was huge for me because our story didn't start right away. It took time for that to happen. And so I shared other people's stories all the time, and I had people around me getting health results, and I shared their stories. So part of it was my own belief because of my own testimony, but there was also the testimony of others. And so if you're feeling like you got to convince people, that feeling of convincing isn't actually what builds this business. It's sharing something you love and not stopping sharing what you love, connecting with people and sharing what you love again and again and again. That's all it is. And if you do it consistently, the business grows. It just does.
Exactly. So it's sharing. People say, I don't want to be salesy. And I say, great, because we don't want you to be. I want you to drop in the comments who shared with you. Were you grateful they shared with you? Who was it? Who changed your life? And really what we do is we offer. And I always say, can you offer someone information? If you can say, hey girl, this might be for you, this might not, and go about it in that offering, sharing way, that's what we do. And yes, there's some people that are salesy in this industry, just like there's bad customer service reps. There's bad nurses who are grumpy. There's people in different industries, but there's also great people in those industries, in customer service, in healthcare. There's people who are all about you, and it's about how they choose to run their business. So one of the things I love, and we really preach and we teach and we train on our team and our group of people, is to run your business and to share these products with a very high quality service for others, and to be very others focused. And I get people all the time saying, I love how you run your business. I love how you share. Thank you for how you do this. And we all do. So it's really up to you and how you want to go about running your business. But I'm going to go into number 2, because then our next question is always, well, how do I do it? And I want to show you some of the tools that we use in the groups. And I'm just going to give you guys that inside peek. Normally someone would be an ambassador before they take a look at this stuff. They would join and they'll get put in these groups. But here we go. I'm going to share my screen with you. So this is just one of the groups we have. Whatever smaller team within the wider group of Plexus that you join, they're going to have their own group page, but they all look similar. So here we are. We do a live every Monday. We have fun. We talk. We train. We talk about the week, what's coming up. We share and celebrate your wins. We congratulate you. We're really that huge support system. Share the events that we're having that you can invite your friends to. Another thing that we have is the steps of exactly how you would get started. So right here, these units, they're really easy to read, exactly how to start sharing. Welcome videos, how to make a really great post where, let me highlight this, you are When you share before you have a testimony, you aren't selling something. You're just asking who wants to get healthy. Here's what you're doing. Who else wants in? We're all about that. Grabbing a piece of paper, who do you know? So I'd suggest you think of 5 people you would want to share with, 5 people who might need better health, and 5 people who would be open to extra income. Does anyone come to mind when you're thinking of those people? That's who you would go to share with. And then we also have like how to share, how to send videos. You ask an offer. Can I share something I'm loving that might be for you? You send a simple video, which I'm gonna play in a second. You share a testimony that might reach their goals, and then invite them to order if they want to get started, or invite them to events like that. That is as simple as this business is. That's exactly what it looks like. We even have message inspiration ideas if you want help on how to word things and how to share well. We have all those tools for you. The testimony group I spoke about looks like this. We have tons of stories of people that are getting help with these products. We do live health events and webinars. I'm just wanting to show you all the support we have. Ambassadors that are watching, do you feel supported? Do you have those tools? Are you always encouraged in what you're doing? Whatever your goals are, once again, however far you want to take this. Now we're gonna watch this 1 minute and 30-second video because I want to show you. And I want you to think, drop in the comments if you think of anybody that could use these products. I thought of someone, I thought of 2 people, whatever it is. I just want to.
You know that feeling when something in your body is just off? Gas, bloating, immune challenges, mood swings, indigestion, weight gain. Your gut plays a big role in your overall health. In fact, 70% of the cells needed for a healthy immune system and 90% of your mood-enhancing serotonin originate in your gut. Gut flora also impacts your digestive health, your metabolism, and even your weight. Food, lifestyle choices, and the environment can harm your gut. But there is something that can help. Introducing Plexus Triplex. It's the supercharged boost your gut needs to improve your health from the inside out. Triplex works in 3 ways. It removes harmful microbes and substances, supporting your body's natural detoxification processes. It restores a healthy balance to your intestinal tract and replenishes with 2 billion beneficial microorganisms in every capsule. And it rebalances, helping your microbiome thrive while helping support healthy glucose metabolism. Triplex's breakthrough system is the key to a healthy gut and a happier life without all the gas, bloating, indigestion, and mood swings. Sounds great, right? And by the way, Triplex has also been clinically shown to promote weight loss. You won't just feel better, you'll have something to show for it. With scientifically supported ingredients and innumerable benefits, it's the smartest choice you can make for your gut, your health, and your life. Plexus Triplex. A better life begins in the gut.
Okay. I love watching that video. Every time I watch it, I'm like,
hey
okay.
guys, I'm making my husband be a little guinea pig.
Okay, we were playing other videos in the background. Every time I watch that, I think of people who need these, people who want them, right? That is a third-party tool. You send it to your mom, you send it to your friend, you send it to your sister. Hey, what do you think of these? I'm getting started. I thought you might like them as well. I saw a testimony of someone who has eczema or somebody who has allergies or all of these issues of people around us. And we're talking about the business tonight. It's really hard for us not to get into the products because that's the core of what we do. But know that that foundation is so solid and so needed, so it's easy to share. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to Michelle, and she's going to tell you her story and some of the unique things she has found with Plexus.
Hey everyone, I'm Michelle Enns, for those of you who don't know me. I am a certified doula and I am a trained actor and model and musician. I am like a super bubbly, love to be busy person, and I'm like the type of person that would have a full-time job and then have like farm animals and teach music on the side and come up with some other home business to do just because I love doing things. But I'm going to share a little bit of my health story because that kind of is why I got started in the business. So, like I said, super bubbly, super busy. I just lived life like top speed. But when I was 19, that all came crashing down and I quit 3 jobs instantly. I was just slammed with like chronic headaches and migraines and crazy depression and anxiety. And I was like, who even is this person? Like, this is not me. Where did this come from? Like, I'm a happy person. Why am I just like clouded with this depression and anxiety all the time? And not functional. Couldn't work, could barely work for like 3 years. That was really scary because I was like, am I going to be me again? Is this a new me? Like, do I have to live like this for the rest of my life? I'm only 19. Why do I feel like I'm 95? It was really bad. I had like tummy pain all over. It was just, I was a mess. Can anyone relate to that? Like, have you struggled with health issues? Put in the comments. What do you struggle with, or what have you struggled with? Exhaustion was another huge thing. I was used to being super busy and engaged, and got to the point where I was sleeping like 12, 14 hours a night, and I was still waking up exhausted and wanting to take a nap. And during that time, so like 2 or 3 years after my health like crashed, I got married, and it didn't get any better. Surprise, surprise. So I felt like a failure as a wife because I'm like, I can't even do simple things. I can't like do the dishes without being crazy overcome by anxiety, and trying to plan things like social meet, like going over to someone's house for supper would freak me out because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be okay. Like, am I going to have to leave in 5 minutes? Like, that's embarrassing. So I just felt like really bad for my husband, but I was also terrified. Like, is this like how I'm going to be a wife? And like, what happens if I have kids? Terrifying. That came true a lot faster than I thought it was. We were married 4 months and we found out we were pregnant. And that was like a pinnacle moment of terrifying. I had been to doctors. I went to naturopath a little bit later. I've been to chiro. I had been to physio. I had been to massage. I had done the self-care. I'd done the counseling. I had MRI, CT scan. I'd been on other supplements. I blew thousands of dollars and spent so much time trying to find a way to get healthy. And I was getting worse. And then I found out I got pregnant. And I was like, I can't be pregnant. This is not okay. So I would actually beg my husband every single night, can we give this baby away when it's born? Because I can't function now. How am I supposed to be up in the night with a baby? How, like, every mom tells you how exhausting mom life is. Like, I'm beyond exhausted now. This is not fair. And I thought he was really rude for saying no. But thankfully, I didn't have to give my baby away. For those of you who are at the beginning, you saw him, and he's really adorable, and I'm really glad I have him. But it was a really terrifying time. So shortly after I got pregnant, I got on these amazing just body supporting supplements, and things started to turn around. And it was so exciting. It was like step by step. It wasn't instantaneous. All my problems disappeared. But after 6 months or so of healing, so when I was about 7 months pregnant, I felt better than I had in 3 years. So that was so freeing to be able to go into having a baby and postpartum, and like, it's, pregnancy is a tax on your body, postpartum is a tax on your body, nursing is a tax on your body, and actually have energy. I had energy, and I was up in the night nursing my baby. I didn't have postpartum depression, even though I'd struggled with depression for years. I didn't have postpartum anxiety. I had a super healthy baby. Mama health during pregnancy and nursing is super important for healthy babies. Super important for healthy babies. I had lots of milk. My body was healthy. I was losing my baby weight, and I got pregnant again. We're really good at this surprise baby thing. So I'm do any day now. That was another oh my goodness moment. But this time it wasn't like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to be able to survive, whatever. It was like, okay, that's faster than I was intending, but I'm okay. Like, my body is healthy. My mind is healthy. I have energy. I have a clear brain. we'll figure this out. It's okay. So that's been such a huge blessing. I'm so thankful for that. And this pregnancy was way better than the last one, like way less exhaustion, way less morning sickness, way less like bloating and all that stuff. So super nice if you're pregnant. So a year ago in July, I was like, I got to tell people about this. Like, this is so cool. The business is amazing. The products are amazing. Like, who doesn't know someone who is struggling either financially or with their health? I don't think I know anyone who's not, almost. Like, it's kind of at that point, right? So, yeah, drop in the comments, like, who do you know who is struggling with their health and who is struggling with their finances? Usually it's both, actually. My goal was to retire my husband. He's a flooring installer, so he works on his hands and knees all day, and he's in pain. The products have made a huge difference for him. It's not just for women. I finally feel like I have my husband at the end of the day when he comes home from work, not just like a dead man dragging himself home at the end of the day. So that's really cool too. But we both have dreams of, we're both musicians. We both have dreams of like being able to travel around and actually do what we love, and not have to take time off to like go play at a conference, or not have to take time off to like go and act in a movie because I'm an actor. So we just want to be free to be able to do that when we want to, and be able to travel and do ministry and just live life with our kids, not wait until we're retired to be like, okay, now we can take time off. But our kids are gone, so we lost that. So far, the income has been such a huge blessing. I am actually almost halfway to being able to retire my husband. And we've been able to travel already. Like, I paid for 3 trips this year, and I've got more saved up that I don't know what I'm going to do with, but I'll find something to do with it. We got to take a week off and go to a camp and play music together. We're both involved in ministry. So that's really cool. And being able to do this business and not spend piles of time on it is so huge, because we got our hands in a lot of pies. I don't want to work like 40 hours a week or something. So I love that I can put more time into it if I want to, or I can put less time into it if I want to. Like, if I'm going on a week vacation, I don't have to spend any time on it. If I'm home for a week and I'm like, hey, I have more time, I put more time into it. I choose how fast or how slow I go. The other thing that's really cool is no childcare costs. Anybody super frustrated with like a huge chunk of their paycheck going to childcare costs? I was figuring out like what an average person would spend on childcare costs, and I was like, whoa, if you work for like minimum wage or even $20 an hour, $30 an hour, which I don't know if that's comparable in the States, but I was a nanny. I know how much I got paid. Ouch. I wouldn't want to see half my paycheck going to childcare fees. So I work this business when my baby's taking a nap, or if I'm like cleaning and caring for my baby, I might pop my earbud in my ear and like do a phone call or listen to a training, or have my phone set up when I'm doing the dishes or whatever. I can do it when I'm driving, whenever I want to. Or if I'm like, hey, I want to take the day off, I'm going to go and spend it with my sister, then I do that. So awesome. And you might be sitting there going, okay, that's nice for you. Like, you don't work full time. You don't even work part-time. I don't work part-time hours. I work like half part-time hours. But maybe you're in this spot where you're like, I need time freedom, and I'm working full-time, or I'm working part-time. That's a lot of pressure as a mom. This is something that you can build at your own pace. This is something that you can spend 10 to 30 minutes a day on and build alongside what you're already doing. And then in a year, 2, 3, whatever, however fast you want to go, you can be like, hey, this is replacing my income. I can drop down to part-time. I can stop my job completely and work from home entirely. So it's completely up to you. You could spend like 5 minutes in the morning messaging someone, or during your lunch break, be like, oh, I just thought of this person, or this person just posted on Facebook that they struggle with IBS. I'm going to send them a story about IBS. Literally, that's what it takes. 5 minutes here or there, poke it in through your day. It's totally up to you. If you want to build that, 5-10 figure income, you can. If you really just want a couple extra $100 a month, then you spend a little bit of time and you get that couple extra $100 a month. It's what you want to do with it. But it's not something that has to consume your life ever. And I know Amber and Sherry, who are like at the top of the company, they would tell you that they don't spend their life on this business either. So just because you're making extra money doesn't mean that your time is going up. I actually spend less time on the business now than I did at the beginning. And I'm making triple what I did at the beginning because your income grows and your time just like stays. So that's awesome. Make it what you want it to be, but the opportunity is there. So good luck, guys.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much, Michelle. So many women were relating to that in the comments and sharing. And before I introduce Sally, we have 2 more really quick stories for you. I want to screen share our income disclosure chart because I want you to see that we're talking about real income, real money. We're not talking about, you get credit to buy extra products or anything like that. It's real income. So drop in the comments what rank you are, or what rank, we call it rank, that you are close to. So you guys can see right here, silver, it's the average yearly income of $3,500. That's pretty good for a year. Silver means having at least 3 people that are ordering these products as wholesale ambassadors under you. That's silver. For going silver for the first time, having your mom, sister, and cousin order the triplex as wholesale ambassadors from you, you're going to get at least $175 back for that with the extra bonus that you get for the first time doing that. I remember I went out and bought a dress and shoes for my brother-in-law's wedding and was so excited. I did it with my own paycheck with the first income that came in. And then if you see over here, keep dropping in the comments what rank that you are, what you have achieved, and all of these ranks represent how many people are using the products under you and loving them. That's what this represents. It, like Sherry said in the beginning, it's not sales quotas or, $5,000 in sales you have to hit every month or anything like that. I order my family's products and that's it every month. And then my paycheck represents people under me loving them. I'm a diamond ambassador, which is over here at the top, and I have been a diamond for over 4 years now. I retired my husband at 25, started this business as a 23-year-old that was homeschooled my entire life and had no career outside of being a wife and mom. So the possibilities are amazing. So, okay, let's turn it over to Sally and then Julie. And ladies, if you would share your stories with us.
Hello, hello. Okay, so my name's Sally Wallach. I have 3 little kids, and I first heard about Plexus from a dear friend when my first baby was 6 months old. She approached me about the products first because she knew that I had gut issues and hormone and blood sugar issues, and I had those for most of my life. But what she didn't know was that I had been praying for a home business opportunity just a few weeks before she called. I had to leave my job. I wanted to leave my job even though I loved it because I was working with special needs people and I loved the impact and just how special that was. And so I wanted something that I could do that was meaningful and that was impactful and that would change people's lives. So I started the products, I began to love them, and I actually jumped into the business, which is kind of a rare thing for me to do because I'm an introvert. I am like 100% introvert. So if you're an introvert, drop it in the comments. You are not alone. So I wanted to share just a few things that I've learned in my journey with Plexus because it has been incredible. The first thing is, if you're an introvert, tune into your gifts because one of the most important things in this industry is learning to listen to other people. And if you're an introvert, that's a special gift you have, is you can listen really well. Not that others can't, but that's just something that I have realized. also remember, you are never alone. You are never alone. As you saw, we have an amazing team that is always there to support you. I've never seen anything like it in that regard. Also, remember that your team will know people. I had a very small network. I was homeschooled growing up as well as Amber. And so I didn't know a lot of people. But it's not about who you know, it's about who they know. So you can impact a circle, and then they can impact a circle, and they can impact a circle. And so it expands far beyond what you would ever think. And it is an incredible blessing, and it is so fulfilling. So don't let the fact that you might not know enough people, or maybe you're an introvert, stop you, because you can learn whatever you need to learn to be successful in this business.
Oh my goodness, thank you, Sally. You just nailed that. Thank you so much. And she is a firefighter wife. I don't know if she said that earlier while I was helping my daughter get out of the bathroom. See, business and babies, like we are doing it all. Okay, we're gonna end really quickly with Julie. She's gonna share with us, and then we're gonna ask one last question in the comments for you guys. So go ahead, Julie.
Hey guys. Yeah, so my journey, I came to Plexus, and honestly, I felt what I thought was fine. So my sister shared with me, but long story short, there was just a lot of things that I just assumed were normal. But I'm here to tell you that being exhausted all the time, like eating handfuls of chocolate chips in the corner because you can't help yourself, having like crazy hormonal skin, this is not normal. It's not meant to be normal, okay? Having babies does crazy things to our bodies. Can I get an amen? Like, it does crazy things, right? So my big question for you in regards to the products is, what have you, drop in the comments, what have you assumed is normal in your body? Have you just accepted exhaustion? You're like, I'm a mom, I will sleep when I'm dead, whatever. You know, are you just like, well, everyone like gorges on sugar and crap? No, this doesn't have to be your life, okay? And then I would also say that in regards to your finances. So I actually jumped into the business. My sister was inviting me in, and I saw people having success. Like my eye was on it. But my biggest fear was I didn't want to be that girl. But here's the thing, I saw people of every personality having success. My sister, who at the time, now she has 5 kids. World doesn't change much except the children have added up. But at the time she had 3 children. She was working part-time from her home as a hairstylist. She was also fostering babies. Like, if anybody could do it, and here's the other thing, like, I love my sister, but she's not a business girl. Okay, so if you feel like I am not a business girl, I like opportunity, like, I don't know, I just like people, or like hanging out, or like, I don't do that kind of stuff. My sister, like I said, I love her to bits and pieces, but she loves people. She's not an organized, like, business-minded type person. And so to see my sister succeeding at this opportunity, and to see all kinds of personalities, huge introverts, extroverts, stay-at-home moms, people like moms who are working outside the home, I saw everybody succeeding. They were making real money. And that caught my eye because I had been in a business previous, and it wasn't a bad experience, but the dollars in comparison to the Plexus dollars were totally, they just didn't compare. So I was seeing huge success of all personalities. And so as we all do, we're huge skeptics and that kind of thing. But honestly, I told my sister, I'll pray about it. And I felt the Lord, because I also was seeing massive health changes. I was seeing health changes for myself, but I was reading crazy stories. And I felt the Lord calling me and just saying, you know what? People are praying for an answer. People are praying for solutions. And sometimes God works in just the miraculous touch of his hand, and other times the miraculous touch is through his creation that he has given us, and how he has given us minds and the smarts to use that creation and formulate it. And he just said, you know, like sometimes this is the way my miraculous works, is through community and through people and through engaging. And so I actually felt him calling me into being a part of that story with other people. And so I jumped in, and the rest is history. But you know, sometimes you look at other people's success, right? Like we look at Amber, and she's reached top of the company at 25, I think, right? And you're like, well, that's great. That's Amber, you know? And you look at all the things she had maybe going for her. Or you see Sherry or whoever it is, and you look at their level of success, and you put your reasons and your label on it, you slap it, and you're like, yes, but that is because. And it's like, you know what? Amber would tell you, and I know because she's told me, that even at diamond level, she still works through stuff. And so I would just like to say the only way that you cannot have the same level of success that Amber has had, or Sherry has had, or I've had, the only way you won't get there is if you quit. That is the only way. You cannot fail if you are willing to try and try again. Guys, we all have bad days. You know what? I have bad days. Amber has bad days. Sherry has bad days. We all have bad days. We're all going to have to learn and grow. But you guys, you've heard it already. I don't need to say it again. But the level of support, the community, the culture of Plexus, we are one Plexus. We work together. It is incredible here. So I always tell everybody, if you, like, there's unlimited potential for no matter your personality type, no matter what you have working against you. The only way you will fail is if you quit. And if you are learning, or I mean, if you are open to trying, to learning, to growing yourself, you will succeed. And if you just do not give up. And you know what? Through the process, you are going to become a better mother. You're going to become a better wife. You're going to become a better friend. You're going to become a more confident person. It's a beautiful experience. And so I just encourage you, go for it. Try. You will not fail as long as you don't quit. Yeah, so go for it. Go for it, because there's an amazing community of support around you, and we're excited to have you jump in with us.
I love that. Thank you, Julie. That was so wonderful. Such an inspiration. You ended it so well. And we just want to ask you guys, what if? That's our question. What if this was for you? What if you could earn a couple $100s a month? What if you could help your mom and your sisters and your friends feel great? What if you could just be part of this community and get inspired and encouraged every day with a connection, or do big grand things? So the end to this story is, what if? What are you going to do for your home and for others when your cup is filled? Because when our finances are met, when our freedom needs are met in time, we can then pour out massive blessings onto others, and that's what so many of us do. So thank you so much for joining tonight, and we hope that it inspired you. We hope you're inspired to jump in with us, because we will be there for you every single step of the way, right? All the nods, yes. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we hope to see you on our team groups soon. All right. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Michelle, Sally, Julie. Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you, Amber, for hosting this.
Oh, it was so fun.
Thank you.
It was so fun.
Thank you.